Hi, gang. Hi, young world. That's one of my favorite taglines to say. Hey, young world. It's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my title is called 30 Summers, and it is my journey to self-actualization. So I'm going to be posting videos more often just so that I can get picked up in the YouTube algorithm and just talk about my life. Hopefully I'll post this video. I posted a video yesterday, and today I just did a short video, a video dump from my phone. I love travel. I like interior design, and I just enjoy my life currently in the state it is. So what am I doing now? So I had to get a new DJI Pocket 3. The first one I had was destroyed in the fire, so I had to get a new one. I don't know how to work it. It's supposed to have AI tracking technology for some strange reason. I don't know, maybe because it's not tracking me. So I had the software. I had to do a firmware update on this phone and whatnot. So I'm working 3 nights in a row, and then I'll be driving down south on Friday when I get off. I had a good day today. I meant to take you guys shopping with me, but once I got into the store, I had to call my sister because I wasn't shopping for myself necessarily. I found a lot of things for my rising senior great niece, and she didn't answer her phone when I called, and her mom didn't answer her phone, so I had to call my sister, which is their aunt, to see what size she wear and to ask what clothes she could potentially like. So I picked up clothes for her, like 5 pair of denim and 2 shackets, jean jackets, shackets, shirt jackets, what they call them. So it's just stuff. She's a sweet, wonderful little girl. She never asks for anything. She's my beneficiary because she won't waste my money. That's what I always say. I want to buy her a lot of things, and I call her, and she'll be like, "That's okay. That's okay. I don't need anything. I don't need anything." And I love to shop. I'm not a hoarder. I just like shopping. I feel like if somebody's going to spend my money, it's going to be me. A lot of times we give our money out, we lend our money out. I was talking to my great nephew the other day, and he was feeling a little slighted because he acknowledged the fact he's just 21, and he acknowledged the fact that you can't expect you out of people, basically. And I gave him what helped me out of the slump, because at one point in time I had said to myself that, oh, hold on guys, that's okay. So I had acknowledged the fact that I had lent people a lot of money, and those same people in turn stopped talking to me. I told them that I have come to recognize certain things, but I can't lend money anymore, because we all know that you become the enemy of sorts. I don't have anybody I could go to lend money, because the first thing they're going to look at is my lifestyle. And I'm not here to brag or anything like that. It's just the truthfulness of the matter. I'm single zero. I travel, I leave, I go wherever I want to go. I do what I want to do. I don't have to ask permission from anybody or anything like that. I don't have to take into consideration anybody's travel plans. I pick up and I go as I please. And some people, if I were to have to ask to borrow some money, they would say, well, did you need to go on that last trip? Did you have to buy those last pair of sneakers? Did you have to buy that handbag? Did you have to buy that bracelet? Those shades. They're going to want to run down my lifestyle and my spending. So therefore, when people would call and ask me if they could borrow money, you're grown. I don't need an explanation. I need to just know the repayment plan. And I'm a realistic person. And people are like, oh, I could, like, and I'm not saying like maybe $500, $3,000, $5,000. And they'll be like, oh, I could pay you back next month. And I'm like, realistically, you can. If you didn't have it this month, you're not going to have it next month. And just take your time, get yourself financially together, 3 to 4 months, and then come back to me with a repayment plan. And I think like that's reasonable. That's generous, because as friends, we're supposed to be able to do that for one another. And 3 or 4 months will pass by. You call just or text just to say, hi, check up on people, and you're getting sent the voicemail. Just things start behaving real weirdly. Your calls don't get returned, and then the next thing you know, you're out your money. So with that being said, a few years back, it had gotten me really, really, really depressed, and I honestly couldn't function. I mean, it was keeping me up at night. I was really sad, and I was mad, and I had started on my journey. Well, it was the beginning of the start of my journey, and this is what helped me go over the edge of my saying of I'm unbothered and well moisturized. Okay, guys. So I was working. I left work. I was working in Manhattan, 42nd Street, and I'm driving up the FDR, and I'm listening to Kevin Gates. And this lyric is what helped get me out of my depression. And it's from his song, Not the Only One. And I told my nephew this. And it says, self-made, stand-up guy, God first, hand to the sky. All I do is ride the N-word, which I don't say the N-word. And please don't come for me in the comments. If you say the N-word, that's on you. I understand it. But anyway, let me go back. I'll go start again. Self-made, stand-up guy, God first, hands to the sky. All I do is ride, N-word, yeah. I don't even argue about the bread. And that money you owe me, you can have. I can't even see me getting mad. I can't even see me going backwards. No, you want to see me on my A. And I replayed that. And I replayed that. And that uplifted me out of my depression. And that helped me to realize I'm not going to ask you for my money. The money that I lent you, that you said you was going to repay, that was a final payment on a friendship that wasn't real to begin with. 16-year friendship was ended over that. An 18-year friendship was ended over that. A 6-year, 7-year, 4 years, a 2-year. Yeah, a lot of people owed me money. And I just said, if I'm going to spend my money, it's going to be on me and who I want to spend it on. So with that being said, I know that probably was a little convoluted. It came out of nowhere. But that's to help anybody out there that have people calling and constantly calling them and asking them for money. I'm a nurse. Ever since I became a nurse, I have not been comfortable with having one job. And that is because it takes forever for HR to deal with your clinical, not your clinicals, your certifications, verifying your nursing license. It's gotten better now, because back in the day you used to have to go with your physical copy of your registration and your license. That's 2 things you have to have once you get your license. It looks like a degree. And that paper you would have to have, even though they could go in the computer and look up the state and see your license is active, they will want to see a physical and have a physical copy in the office. But HR was so slow. And I'm the kind of person, once this eye start twitching and I start feeling real nauseous and I start getting sick about a job I'm working at, I leave that job. I can't stay at that job. So with that being said, I had a job that was really like stressing me, and I was trying to hang in there, and I'm all about protecting my peace. So I had interviewed for another job at a hospital, and they hired me. So they said HR would get in contact with me, and generally you have to give these places, I don't know about anywhere else, but you have to give them 4 weeks notice. So I wasn't just gonna up and quit because I know I had to give 4 weeks notice. Long story short, I got the job offer in August. I didn't start till January, and I had quit the job. And I lived off my savings, but there was no finality as to when this when was this gonna end? Like, my when was HR gonna get on their tail and do what they had to do, get off their tails? I had to end up kind of sort of threatening the HR lady. I mean, I had to tell her, I know who your supervisor is. You made an appointment with me. I came up there. I paid toll. I left Queens, came up to the city to come to the hospital, paid for parking, paid toll, did all this for you to not show up to work. And she made some excuse, and I just left her a voicemail message, and I told that lady, I said, the time is now so-and-so o'clock. If I don't hear from you by so-and-so o'clock, I'm going to be calling so-and-so, your direct supervisor. And I have the email and paper trail. And we're going to talk about why is it taking so long for you to process my paperwork. I was in the next orientation. So with that being said, ever since then, I had not been satisfied with having one job. That was maybe 12 years ago. I've had 2 jobs. This is the first time I've had one job in a very long time. And, you know, I have the house stuff going on and whatnot. I did want to have another job just so that I could have the freedom to buy all the things that I want to buy as I see them. The insurance is going to be giving me money for my personal belongings, and that's for me to replace clothes, my furniture, things of that nature. I haven't gotten any of it yet. Well, I'm not going to tell that lie. I got a little bit of it, but I have to complete the list. And like we're talking about a lifetime of things that I have to do a list on, guys. So I did replace this. I'm going to be getting a laptop this weekend when I go down south because I have to work on my resume. I'm going to take this hospital that I'm working at now in Brooklyn. They offered me, to come on board. And since I have to be here for my house, I'm going to stop doing contract work and I'm going to come on board, which I have been doing contract work since COVID. And I did like the freedom, but my vision has changed as in regards to me moving out of the country next year, because that video that I made with me visiting my home and seeing my home in the state it is, and I grappled with whether I wanted to sell the house, fix it, sell it as it is in its current state, and make out with the money. Even though it looked like it's not worth anything, it's worth something. I had options, and I could go and I budgeted and I said, oh, I could live off of $2,000 a month in Vietnam, and I don't need much out there, and I could just live in a 1-bedroom apartment by the ocean's front or ocean side. Like I wanted ocean view. I could get a condo out there for under 175 or 200,000, and I could move out there. But I had something tugging on my heartstrings, and my house, it needs me. It needs me. It needs me to restore her to her grandeur. I need it. That's my baby. That is my vision. That is my home base. That is the home that I had envisioned having Christmas at with family and friends, and having garden parties. And next year she turns 100. My house name is Chateau Shantae. Shantae is my middle name, and I named her Chateau Shantae. The lady that I bought the home from, she had a door knocker that was custom made, and it had Wisdom's Manor on it. So I'm like, I'm not old enough to have a manor yet, but we'll do Chateau Shantae. So the house needs me. I'm not going to want to rent out my home now once it gets redone and I pour not all of me, but most of me into my home. So, in my journey to self-actualization, you hit bumps and you navigate those changes as they come and you deal with it. And I've cried and I'm tearing up now, but I'm still encouraging people because I can take time off if I want to. Once I come on full time, I can take a sabbatical and go and spend 3 to 6 months in Vietnam for my mental health, for my peace of mind. I'm all about protecting me at this point because nobody's going to protect me like I'm going to protect me. I'm on a journey and I'm unbothered and well moisturized. These patients be cursing us out. Oh my God. I don't make so many names. That doesn't faze me. My nephew goes to college in Mississippi. He goes to a HBCU, and I just be encouraging him, like with the climate, with people just coming out of pocket saying the N-word. I was like, I don't prescribe to that. Like, I don't. You can call me whatever you want, and I just tell him don't react to it. It's a hard pill to swallow, but people want to get reactions out of you. I'll leave that for another video because as I see the time is now almost at 17 minutes and people be having a short attention span. Y'all always gonna hear me say that because of tiki-taki. Tiki-taki has dumbed down America, and I apologize. But when I first posted my videos, people was like, oh, the video is 20 minutes. And I'm sitting here like, you'll watch 5 hours of tiki-taki videos, so you far exceeded 20 minutes. It's just not on one single video. But I digress. I hope that you guys found something out of this video that I'm going to post. And I hope that Kevin Gates, and I used to really like Kevin Gates, but he been tripping lately. Like, what's going on with all my favorite rappers? Kanye is dumb now, like doing outlandish stuff, but I still love his music. His music speaks volumes. Kevin Gates, he made wonderful music. His personal life is in shambles. Here it is. I think I got it bad. My personal life is good. People need to take a step back from toxic relationships and work on self before they start getting involved in relationships. Another person is not going to fix you. I have not dated in 4 years. I've told y'all in an earlier video, I was with a toxic individual. And when I say toxic, I don't put my hands on nobody. I may curse you out because I'm petty, but I'm going to do petty things. So with that being said, I'm going to sit up here. I think my DJI, I have 2 phones, whatever. What about it? I think the DJI firmware has uploaded. I'm going to see why this little AI thingy or whatever, why it's not tracking me. I got to learn it. I'm going to sit here and deal with it. Yes, I'm at work, so mind your business. I do work. But comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope that you guys found some encouraging words or wisdom out of what I went through in life. And I hope that I can help you. Okay? Bye, guys.